Artemis is often described as distant or untouchable, but the myths paint a more nuanced picture. Her stories aren't really about rejection. They're about sovereignty and the boundaries that protect it. One of the clearest moments comes from the story of Actaeon. He stumbles into a space that wasn't meant for him, a sacred moment where Artemis is bathing with her companions. The transformation that follows isn't random cruelty, it reflects a world where consent and threshold mattered, especially to a goddess who had chosen a path of independence from a strongly patriarchal society. Some spaces were simply not meant to be crossed without invitation. You see the same thread in the way Artemis moves through myth. She chooses her own path, gathers companions who share that independence, and remains deeply connected to the wild without being owned by it. Relationship exists, but it happens by mutual understanding, where loyalty is chosen, space is respected, and expectation never outweighs autonomy. When you sit with these stories long enough, Artemis stops feeling distant and begins to feel present in quieter ways. In the moment you hold a boundary without explaining it, or step back from something that no longer fits who you are becoming. Over time, Artemis feels less like a distant huntress and more like a presence at the edge of your path, quiet, observant, and unwavering. Her energy often appears when autonomy becomes necessary rather than optional, when independence feels less like isolation and more like returning to your own center. That moment when you choose yourself without apology and move forward knowing the boundary you set is sacred.